Hello everyone. So today I'm going to tell you about one of the most important entities that a hunter can have to deal with, and those are angels. So to start off, angels everybody has heard of. They're beings who are guardians or they're warriors or they do numerous tasks for other people. Um, and usually when people think of an angel, they think of a human with wings, basically. Um, so, while that's a sort of good starting point, it's not really accurate at all. To understand angels, you really need to understand how the divine works and sort of how the universe works and sort of how a computer works. So, in a computer, you have all of these different functions and all these different things that operate different systems. And the whole thing works because programs are regulating the whole system. There's a program that allows you to open up the internet. There's a program that allows you to type. There's a program that allows you to do just about everything. Programs are behind every single seam and function of the computer, and that's what makes it work. So, in a similar sense, think of God as Steve Jobs, okay, or some software company. And they create this massive computer, and in order to regulate it, they create programs, or he creates programs. These programs follow his will directly, and they're very, very strong, very powerful, and they have all these different abilities so that they can do their job. That's really what an angel is. It's like a divine program that controls reality. Now, angels are not they're not like gods in themselves where they can, make decisions on their own and do everything by themselves. Angels are given divine mandate and then they carry it out. So God wants a flood, an angel comes and brings a flood. That's sort of how it works. Um, and if for those of you who have read the Key of Solomon, like I'm going to keep on asking you to get, angels are very important in that because through the use of angels, sort of like typing in a program into a computer or clicking on a button, you can actually cause things to happen. That's old, old, old magic. Um, so let's jump into what angels look like. The best way to describe an angel is sort of like a divine, justified, monstrous spirit. Um, while there are a few that are described as being human with wings, usually there's more than just two wings, and the wings can have things like eyes on them, and they actually look like snakes, or they can be wheels covered in fire, covered in eyes, or four-headed. It, the list goes on and on. Angels are not just humans with wings. They are intense, incredible beings, which most humans can't even comprehend. Angels have Most angels have a base number of powers that they can use. Um, they are pretty much invulnerable. They're If you read Key of Solomon, it talks about beings made of solar vapors, and if you read the Quran, it talks about how angels are made of light, and that's because literally angels are beings generated from light, and to look upon an angel can actually cause blindness, although they can also mask it for those of us who have second sight, which I'll get to in a much later video. Um, right, angels do not really show emotion. They're kind of just there and they do what they do, without question. Angels are intensely powerful and their very presence can be felt. And while there are plenty of good angels out there fighting the fight and keeping the wheels rolling, there are also fallen angels, which I'll talk about as well. Fallen angels are not demons. Fallen angels are still angels, but they are cut off from heaven. So they're kind of starving a little bit, I guess the best way to describe it, for that heavenly nourishment, which is why fallen angels often possess people. And that's actually another great point. Angels, while they can manifest in forms on Earth, from my experience, I've only known angels to possess the living rather than come down in a etheric form and interact sort of like a demon does in a haunting. While angels can do that, I've noticed more so that angels tend to act through people when they want to interact with the world directly. But that said, angels also come in their etheric forms. I've heard numerous accounts of people seeing an angel or being touched by an angel in a non sexual way. And yeah, I myself have had experiences with the Archangel Michael, and that was scary. It was almost like a burst of light. And while it wasn't necessarily seeing an angel or even interacting with an angel, he was there and he kind of aided me through a process that was much needed. So, um, angels are very, very powerful. Fallen angels tend to be, well, evil, but they tend to have their own agendas going, and especially the chief fallen angel, Azazel. He is, he has a lot of things going for him right now. Okay, so weaknesses and everything. Angels don't really have all that many weaknesses. Um, they have abilities, all of them, just about all of them, can travel to any part in the universe near instantaneously. They know things very quickly. They are very intelligent. They can blind people. They can heal people. They can do whatever job they are tasked to do without question. There are even angels who can cause earthquakes or shake the entire universe. Um, all angels tend to be um, they're very powerful beings. None of them are really, anything that a hunter could deal with if he pissed off an angel, which I don't know if he could, because angels don't really have emotions. But um, angels do fear the name of God, which is why they can be controlled by magic, but not very easily. And also their native language, Enochian, which you can pick up tons of information on. You can even look it up. Um, that's actually a great way to communicate with angels is to use that. A smiting knife, from what I've heard, can work on an angel, but it is really only caustic to them. It doesn't totally destroy them the same way that a smiting knife would kill a demon. As I know of right now, there's very few ways you can actually kill an angel. Um, so anyway, angels. I've heard of angels having aversion to gold, but I'm not sure if that's true. But just a thought. Crystal as well. Certain crystals can affect angels in different ways. When dealing with an angel, um, fallen or otherwise, it is best to especially leave it to the pros and to not incite anything that makes you sound blasphemous to any religion, because these guys are just sanctimonious to the cows come home. Um, when they manifest on Earth in the etheric form, like sort of like a haunting or a ghost, um, they tend to appear as females with usually like flowing clothing, and if they have wings, they aren't um, like the kind of wings you'd think of. They can be huge and everything, but usually they're much different. So while angels have a true form that is terrifying, um, guardian angels and the kind of angels that interact with humanity tend to look more humane. And then on top of that, there are many different levels of angels. There's low order angels, there's high order angels, there's a whole large classification of them. Each one does something different that kind of controls the universe in its own way. Angels can use telekinesis like it's no problem. They have many powers. When they possess a human, that human has all those. Well, not that human, but um, like if an angel can, you know, breathe fire, the human body will breathe fire, which angels do. Um, so yeah, that's really all I can tell you about angels. There is an angel um, controlling, or an angel trap, I guess, in the same way that there's a spirit trap, and it's in the Key of Solomon. I can probably post a picture of it on my page if you want to look, or on my website that I'll be making soon. So, okay, if anyone has any questions, leave them in the comments, and thank you. So, yeah, rate, comment, subscribe. Have a good day, and God bless.